Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this reading for the new moon in Virgo. So if you are new to my readings, hello and welcome in. It may feel aligned for you to check out my how to get the most out of my readings tutorial video. It'll take you through a deep dive into how to get the most out of what we're doing here. It's not necessary, but the invitation is there for you. For those who are not new, hello and welcome back in. It means a lot for me to have you here. I really enjoy supporting the loved ones that I have in this life, all of the human collective that tunes in. And it's really a great gift to be able to support you this way. So thank you so much for being here. And it's an honor to support you through this beautiful process that's unfolding. So let's talk about new moon energy. The moon becomes new every 28 days. Every time it's in a different place in the sky. So it's in a different astrological sign. So what this means is every month we get to start anew and we get to focus on something different every month. I like to, in my videos, dive deep into where this moon phase really wants us to focus. We'll get into that in a minute, but let's talk a little bit about the Virgo energy. Virgo is the archetype of the maiden. It's a very helpful, precise, reliable, analytical, and observant vibration. If you want to learn more about Virgo and how it influences your chart, please check out my Virgo solar readings. Those will help you understand where this energy is in your life and help you expand on that energy in a deeper way. So it's very interesting here that this moon phase is happening in 4 degrees, 4 minutes of Virgo. It's a very precise degree point. It's also happening on August 27th at 4:17. There's some interesting things going on with these numbers as well. The most interesting is that 1 plus 7, the 17, equals 8. So you have 4 and then you have an 8. And 8, of course, reduces to 4. And we also have the 4 degrees, 4 minutes. So it's kind of an echoing of that. There's a lot of other little nuances here, but we won't dive into those. I just thought it was really cute how the Virgo energy was like, I'm going to be very precise here. The 4 is a very stable, reliable number as well. So it's very interesting that that's the number that's kind of being highlighted and focused by the Virgo energy. Now, a moon phase typically goes from one new moon to another new moon, unless there's an eclipse, but we'll talk about those when they happen. So for this moon phase, the cycle is from August 27th until September 25th. So the reading that we're doing here, the advice for it is going to be valid for you during that cycle, during that phase. So this is the time frame with which to keep this advice at the forefront of your mind. There's going to be 2 readings for you. We're going to be drawing an affirmation card from the Super Attractor deck, and you're going to get 2 affirmations, most of you. There's 2 different things that the Virgo energy wanted us to look up. I think this is because they want to be very precise and give you very specifically directed affirmations and guidance with how this moon phase is showing up for you. So the 2 things that they want you to be aware of and relate this advice to are, the first one is the degree point that the moon is happening for you. So Virgo, you're looking for this symbol, the M with the little, I look at it as like legs crossed, because the maiden crosses her legs. I don't know, that's how it works in my head. It's at 4 degrees, 4 minutes. So let's stop there. If you do not know how to find where Virgo 4 degrees, 4 minutes happens in your chart, please take a break. Please go ahead and watch my tutorial video for how to find your birth information on astro.com. It's definitely worth diving deep into this information because it'll help you understand how to read your chart, how to interact with my readings moving forward, and it'll just give you a little bit more understanding of the birth chart itself and how it applies to you. If you do not know your birth time, a lot of people stop when they hear that they need their birth time because they don't know it. I have a tutorial video that'll take you through that process. Please go ahead and do that because it's so important for you to be able to work with this information, this blueprint of what was going on in the astrological weather when you first took your breath into this life. Okay, so you're going to be looking for what house Virgo 4 degrees 4 minutes occurs in your chart. if you have trouble figuring this out after you've watched that tutorial video, please reach out to me. I will give you some help and assistance. So you're looking for the house that Virgo 4 degrees 4 minutes shows up. You're going to watch the tutorial video for that. So if you're not in that video yet, that's fine. All of these introductions are the same. You're going to watch the reading that aligns with the house and aligns with where the moon was when you were born, which sign. So you're looking for this symbol, the moon symbol, on your astrological chart, and you're looking for what sign it was in when you were born. Again, you should be able to understand and find this if you watched that tutorial video. If not, again, you can go ahead and ask questions. All right, my loves, now it's time to dive deeper into your reading. So go ahead and watch the one for your house first, and then go ahead and watch the one for your moon sign second. So this part of the reading is for you if the 4 degrees 4 minutes in Virgo shows up in your second house, or if the moon was in the sign of Taurus when you were born. Taurus is the energy that rules the second house. That's one of the reasons why I'm putting these together. It's a way to slowly teach y'all how the houses work alongside with the astrological signs. I'll get more into that as we dive deeper into these readings, so it's not something you need to know right now, but I'm just explaining why I happened to do it like this, because apparently y'all in the second house and Taurus vibration wanted to know that. We're going to draw a card from the Super Attractor deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. It's going to give us the power affirmation, so this card is for both of you, and then afterwards I'm going to explain what the second house means and what the moon in Taurus means. Okay. So let's find out from the Super Attractor deck what your affirmation is for this lunar phase. Here it is. It says, as soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power toward what I want. Wow. This is a powerful affirmation. This is a really powerful shift in awareness. Okay, so a lot of times when we are in a dark place, when we are in the darkness, the thick of our despair, the dark night of the soul, as it's sometimes referred to, it can be so very difficult for us to see the light. But it only takes us a moment to choose to see the light in order to actually find where it is. Take the example of like a fish deep down in the part of the ocean that's very, very dark, right? If that fish chooses to start swimming in the direction that it feels or senses light, it will eventually find the light in the darkness. It'll eventually navigate itself towards that light. But it's a choice that that fish has to make to say, hey, I want to find something that's light. I'm going to follow whatever seems a little bit slightly lighter than this darkness that I'm in right now, and I'm just going to keep following that light till eventually it gets super, super bright. That's also going to help you redirect your power of your focus to what it is that you want. When you redirect, when you choose to see the light, when you choose to find the light, you're going to start going in the direction towards the light, which is what you really want. You really ultimately want love, peace, safety, security, joy, happiness, harmony, right? But it takes this choice to seek that out in order to move towards that direction of what it is that you want. This is really, really powerful to help you when you're in a dark place, because the darkness can be so overwhelming that it can be all that you sense, all that you feel, all that you see, all that you can focus on. And it takes that choice that you have in every moment, every day. This is the new moon. So every day during this lunar phase, I want you to wake up and choose to find the light, to move toward the light, to move toward what it is that you want. This is going to help you so much this lunar phase. This is going to help you really get the results that you are looking to get. The Virgo energy is a very observant energy, and I feel like that's the aspect that they want to bring in here. They want you to observe the light and the dark, but move toward the light. They want you to make that choice. They want you to analyze. So the energy of the Virgo is also like the energy of analyzing the harvest. This will be useful for the harvest. This needs to go back to the earth and be tilled and be created anew. So that's really what I feel is the message here in general with this card. I'm going to get into how to relate this to the house and or the moon sign. So if this is for the moon sign that you're watching this, just skip ahead to that part of the video. And if this is for the house that you're watching this, then go ahead and just stay with me here. We're going to dive into that. So second house. So this lunar phase is happening in the second house. The second house is the house of value. It's the house that rules your possessions, your finances, your self-worth, your exchange, and your materials. So in this realm, you're seeing a huge shift from being in the darkness when it comes to your wealth, your finances, to the material world, and focusing on the light. For me, what has helped me so much in my life is a practice of abundance. And I felt really dark and deep into the lack mentality. And then I just started looking at how much abundance was in my life. An abundance of air molecules to breathe, an abundance of clothes, an abundance of choices at the supermarket, all of these things that were in abundance in my life. And the more and more I started looking for it, the more and more I saw it. Essentially, when I started focusing on the abundance that existed already in manifested form in my life, I started recognizing how truly blessed I was, how much I really had to work with, how much was in my space, even though it wasn't looking like what I wanted it to look like. So this was a very important shift that I made for myself, and one that really has supported me throughout my journey. So I would focus on looking at and looking for the light when it comes to material exchanges, when it comes to value, when it comes to how you're exchanging money with others. Just look at how you can look at the positive, look at the light, not even look at the positive, but like even all the abundance that you do have, really allowing yourself to see the truth of what is around you, to see the light of all the blessings that you do have access to, and to focus on that, because as you focus on that abundance, more of what you really want will come to you. That's how I would apply this affirmation for the second house. Go ahead and watch the reading for where the moon was in your chart. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. So this part of the video is if your moon was in Taurus when you were born. So the moon rules your emotions. So that means emotionally you express your emotions like the Taurus archetype, which is the energy of the bull. It's the first earth sign of the zodiac, and it is a fixed sign, meaning it is steady, stable, and unchanging. It's very loyal, very earthy, very domestic, very home-oriented, very determined, and very dependable. So when it comes to your emotions, you're going to be choosing to focus on the light so that you can really direct yourself towards what you want emotionally. Your emotions are probably guiding you into more of the earthly realm. Your emotions probably want more time in nature, want more time with your bare feet in the earth. Your emotions probably want to take stock of your home life and really start focusing on the light in these areas. Focusing on the light in your home, I would say, is very important for this alignment, for this placement. But also just tap into, as always, your own knowing about what this means to you and how this applies to the energy of the bull. The fixed vibration, the fixed earth energy is like, earth is the most material out of all of the signs, and as in essence, it's the most fixed out of all the signs, and you're in the fixed energy of that expression. Each element has 3 different ways of expressing. Yours is the fixed vibration in your moon sign. So anyway, you're very, very, very fixed. So you may be stuck in the dark. You might have like grounded your hooves into the darkness and said, I'm staying here, this is my life now, and this is where I am, and I'm fixed here, and I'm not moving. So this is a big new energy. Remember I said at the beginning, new moons are new vibrations. You're bringing a new energy into this area of your life, into your heart, into your emotions, and into the way that you move. You're moving toward the light. You're moving probably one step after another, like the bull moves, or maybe you're just lowering your horns and going for it, just fixing your focus on the light, making sure that when it comes to your emotions, you're listening to what's going on there, that you're not running from it, that you're processing what your emotions are wanting you to process. And at the same time, or moments after, you allow those emotions to simply express. You ask yourself, what do your emotions really want? Your emotions in the Taurus archetype want to be loyal. They want to be earth bound. They want to be home oriented. They are very determined and very reliable. Your emotions want to express this way. So that might be what you want emotionally. There may be something else that you're getting pinged, like, yes, I want this emotionally. So go ahead and aim towards that. Even give yourself permission to be that bull running towards that target, okay? When it comes to your emotions, go for the light. Go for what you want, and let this be a new beginning. Let this be a shift for you with this new moon in Virgo. So I hope you've already watched your house reading, because there's going to be a different nuance here for that as well. Maybe they combine together. Maybe they're just two separate pieces of advice for you. But I really appreciate you being here. As always, you can feel free to comment. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.